Hello and welcome to this video, where we will be exploring the potential of the dark web for defense agencies. A security analyst for a defense organization. As part of a job, they explore the potential advantages and uses of the dark web for defense. Here we will be discussing what the dark web is and how it can be utilized by defense organizations to their advantage. What is the dark web? The dark web is a vast collection of websites that are only accessible through specific software, configurations, and authorization. It can be accessed through the Tor browser, which masks users' IP addresses and locations. This anonymity allows users to access websites and content that would otherwise be restricted, making it a haven for illegal activities. However, it also has its legitimate uses, such as providing an outlet for whistleblowers, journalists, activists, and defense organizations to share information safely and securely. As such, it has become an important tool for defense organizations to protect their data and communication from potential adversaries. Exploring the advantages of the dark web for defense. The dark web offers defense organizations a number of advantages, such as increased security and privacy, anonymity, and access to restricted content. It also provides a platform for defense organizations to share information securely without fear of it being intercepted or tracked by adversaries. The dark web security is further enhanced by the use of encryption and other privacy-enhancing technologies. This means that defense organizations can communicate and exchange data securely, without worrying about the risk of it falling into the wrong hands. Furthermore, the dark web allows defense organizations to access restricted information, such as military secrets, without having to worry about their activities being tracked by adversaries. This can be especially useful for military personnel who need to access sensitive information without compromising their security. Finally, the dark web can be used to create virtual private networks, VPNs. These networks allow defense organizations to access the internet without their activities being tracked, providing them with an added layer of security and privacy. Examining the potential uses of the dark web for defense. The dark web can be used for a variety of defense-related activities, such as intelligence gathering, counterintelligence, and secure communication. It can also be used to securely store and transfer sensitive data, such as military secrets and classified documents. The dark web can also be used to create virtual private networks that can be used to access restricted content and information, as well as protect against network intrusions. Additionally, defense organizations can use the dark web to access services that are otherwise unavailable, such as encrypted messaging, secure file transfer, and anonymous browsing. As such, the dark web has become an invaluable tool for defense organizations to protect their data and communication from potential adversaries. Here is a more detailed explanation of how the dark web can be useful for defense agencies. 1. Intelligence gathering. The dark web provides a platform for individuals and groups to communicate anonymously, making it a valuable source of information for defense agencies. By monitoring the dark web, defense agencies can gather intelligence on potential adversaries, such as terrorist organizations or criminal gangs. This information can be used to identify potential threats, track their movements, and develop a response plan. 2. Confidential communication. Defense agencies often need to communicate with confidential informants, who may not want to reveal their identities. The dark web provides a secure environment for these communications, as the data is encrypted and protected by multiple layers of security. This ensures that sensitive information remains protected, even if it falls into the wrong hands. 3. Monitoring illegal activities. The dark web is often used for illegal activities, such as the sale of weapons, drugs, and stolen data. Defense agencies can use the dark web to monitor these activities and gather evidence against the individuals and organizations responsible. This helps to prevent illegal activities and bring those responsible to justice. 4. Protecting sensitive information. The dark web can also be used to store and protect sensitive information, such as classified documents and confidential reports. The encryption and security measures provided by the dark web can prevent unauthorized access to this information, ensuring that it remains protected. Understanding the challenges involved in using the dark web for defense. Although there are numerous advantages to using the dark web for defense, there are also a number of challenges that must be addressed. For example, using the dark web requires a certain level of technical expertise and can be difficult to navigate for those unfamiliar with the technology. Additionally, the dark web is often used for criminal activities, making it difficult for defense organizations to distinguish between legitimate and malicious activity. This can lead to defense organizations inadvertently accessing malicious content or being targeted by malicious actors. Finally, the dark web is constantly evolving and changing, making it difficult for defense organizations to keep up with the latest developments. This can make it difficult for defense organizations to effectively utilize the dark web for defense-related activities. Identifying the best practices for using the dark web for defense. In order to effectively use the dark web for defense-related activities, there are a number of best practices that must be followed. Firstly, defense organizations should ensure that they have the necessary technical expertise to navigate the dark web and utilize its features. Additionally, defense organizations should use secure communication protocols, such as end-to-end encryption, to ensure that their data is protected from potential adversaries. Furthermore, defense organizations should only access content from trusted sources and exercise caution when accessing restricted content. Finally, defense organizations should ensure that their activities on the dark web are closely monitored and tracked. This can help to ensure that malicious actors do not gain access to sensitive information or compromise the security of the organization. Success stories of using the dark web for defense. There have been a number of successful stories of using the dark web for defense-related activities. For example, the U.S. Department of Defense used the dark web to set up a secure communication channel with its allies, allowing them to exchange information without fear of it being intercepted or tracked. The British Army also used the dark web to set up a secure network for their personnel to access restricted content and intelligence, allowing them to gain an advantage over their adversaries. Furthermore, the Canadian Armed Forces used the dark web to securely store and transfer sensitive information, helping to protect their data from potential adversaries. Social media strategies for promoting defense-related activities on the dark web. Social media can be an effective tool for promoting defense-related activities on the dark web. For example, defense organizations can use social media to share information about the advantages and uses of the dark web for defense, as well as to provide guidance on how to access and use it for defense-related activities. Additionally, defense organizations can use social media to share success stories of using the dark web for defense and to connect with other defense organizations and experts. Finally, defense organizations can use social media to engage with their audience and to promote their defense-related activities on the dark web. Courses for using the dark web for defense. In order to effectively use the dark web for defense-related activities, it is important for defense organizations to have the necessary technical expertise. As such, there are a number of courses available that can help to provide defense organizations with the knowledge and skills needed to effectively use the dark web for defense. These courses typically cover topics such as dark web security, encryption, and privacy-enhancing technologies. Additionally, they provide guidance on how to set up secure networks and how to identify and avoid malicious content. Furthermore, these courses provide an in-depth understanding of the dark web and its potential applications for defense. Dark web defense services. In addition to courses, there are also a number of services available that can help defense organizations to effectively use the dark web for defense. These services typically provide guidance on how to set up secure networks and encrypt communications, as well as detect and remove malicious content. Additionally, these services can provide guidance on how to access and use the dark web for defense-related activities, such as intelligence gathering, surveillance, and reconnaissance. Finally, these services can provide cybersecurity solutions to help defense organizations protect their data and communication from potential adversaries. Conclusion. The dark web can be an invaluable tool for defense organizations to protect their data and communication from potential adversaries. It offers numerous advantages, such as increased security and privacy, anonymity, and access to restricted content. Additionally, it can be used for a variety of defense-related activities, such as intelligence gathering, counterintelligence, and secure communication. However, using the dark web for defense-related activities can be challenging and requires a certain level of technical expertise. As such, defense organizations should ensure that they have the necessary knowledge and skills to effectively use the dark web for defense. Additionally, defense organizations should use secure communication protocols, such as end-to-end encryption, and only access content from trusted sources. Finally, there are a number of services and courses available that can provide guidance on how to effectively use the dark web for defense. These services and courses can help defense organizations to protect their data and communication from potential adversaries, as well as gain an advantage over their adversaries. Overall, the dark web can be an invaluable tool for defense organizations to protect their data and communication from potential adversaries. With the right knowledge and skills, defense organizations can utilize the dark web to their advantage and gain an advantage over their adversaries. Thank you for watching Unlocking the Dark Web's Potential for Defense, exploring its advantages and uses. We hope that this video was informative and provided you with a better understanding of the dark web and its potential for defense agencies. We appreciate your interest in this topic and would love to hear your thoughts and feedback. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out. Thank you for your time and attention.